Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where today we're going to be taking a look at a collaboration between Marty Sears and Justin Vitanza called Stay in Your Box, which incorporates the idea of invisible lines. So we're going to have to draw, well, yes, I suppose we're going to have to expose invisible lines that are apparently hidden somewhere in this grid. This apparently is wonderful, but it's not that easy. A couple of the recommendations said that they'd had a lot of problems with this, but once you discover how to do it, it's utterly beautiful. Well, I would expect nothing less from these two constructors. So I will read you the rules for Stay in Your Box in a moment or two's time. A few things to mention though before we kick off today. Do check out yesterday's puzzle, which is gaining a huge amount of plaudits. So when I recorded the video yesterday, it had had about 340 solves. It has now had 6,621 solves, and I was very hopeful that I spent about 2 hours last night trying to work out whether or not I could make a thumbnail that continually updated the solve count. I tried to use AI to help me do it, and it didn't work. It didn't. It had a very good go. I mean, it was incredibly clever. It wrote code and told me all about YouTube APIs and things. But anyway, I couldn't get it to work. But maybe one day, or maybe if there's anyone super brilliant at programming out there who could explain it in very, very simple terms to me, that might be something. I just think it would be good if every day the thumbnail updated. So over time, that solve counter kept getting higher and higher and higher. But check out Bellamy's puzzle from yesterday; is well worth your time. It's Fog of War, and it's absolutely beautiful. What else do I need to tell you about? Final day of the Masters, big day in the golfing world. Very excited about that. We'll be glued to the television this evening. Good luck to all involved. I've got a couple of birthdays to do. There was other things that. Oh yes, we're streaming. It's Sunday, isn't it? So we're streaming tomorrow night. We're having a look at blueprints, and we keep getting new recommendations. We had another Instagram message, thank you for that, Harry, today, saying we should definitely try this game. Apparently it is wonderful, so I really am looking forward to that. 10 o'clock UK time tomorrow night. Love to have your company if you're free. Over on Patreon, our competition, I forgot to have this on my screen yesterday. It's themed on April Fools, as you can see. Now, we were at 385 a couple of days ago, so let's see how that's developed. 444. So yeah, and we're almost up to 1,500 solves of the Whisper puzzle, which was puzzle 2. That's really terrific. I mean, it's incredibly good solving. If you are stuck on any of the puzzles, don't forget, over on the Discord server there is a Patreon only chat channel, and if you look there you'll find some hints and tips, I am sure. And this is all to try and win Emily Williams' fantastic cushion cover. You can see a picture that really doesn't do it justice. It's an incredibly beautiful thing just there. So do have a go. You might be in line for a very, very special prize. What else? Let's do some. Well, I've got one birthday which I'm afraid is a day late, but it's not my fault actually. Caroline, you turned 7 yesterday, and I know this because your Aunt Amy asked us to say happy birthday to you, and I am told that you must have had two birthday cakes, an ice cream cake and a cake that was half chocolate, half vanilla. Well, all I can say is that I hope it was very heavily iced with both flavours. And Caroline, many, many happy returns from us here at Cracking the Cryptic. Your Aunt Amy goes under the pseudonym Panthera, which may be a name familiar to many of you. And now the next announcement is not a birthday. It is an anniversary, a 12th anniversary for Eugenia. Eugenia, your husband Andy wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out, and he said he loves you very much. So a nice message to get on your 12th anniversary, and I can think of no better excuse for cake. So I hope there was good chocolate cake on your anniversary to celebrate. And that's all the news. So why don't we have a look as Maverick's about to fly over. Let's have a look at the rules for Stay in Your Box by Marty Sears and Justin Vitanza. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Invisible lines. Every box contains an invisible index line whose root must be determined. The index lines are all 9 cells long, only move orthogonally, not diagonally, and don't cross any 3x3 box borders. They don't cross themselves or pass through any black or green spots. Right, so let's look at the central box then. Let's go to line drawing tools. By the way, if you don't know how to turn on your line drawing tool, click your cog icon by your screens and make sure you've enabled your pen tools. I always have my pen tool and my letter tool enabled because it allows me to do things like that, which was a terrible decision. Right, there we go. We should not be scared. We should not be scared of our red lines. It's like when making a white sauce. Don't be scared of it, because if you're scared, what will happen is that you'll get lumps in your white sauce, and that's obviously not great. Whereas if you're not scared and you approach it positively, your white sauce will always come out smooth. There you go. A little tip from Chef Anthony there. It's another example of this. If you're about to hit a golf shot, you have to sneak up on the ball so the ball doesn't realise you're about to hit it. And then take a sort of practice swing, stand over the ball, pretend you're going to do another practice swing, pretend, and just as you're about to hit the ball, then hit it. And the ball won't realise, so it won't jump out of the way. And that's very important also if you want to play good golf. I hope Rory uses that this evening. Anyway, where was I? I don't know. I got totally and utterly distracted. White sauce and sneaking up on golf. Well, oh, yes, okay. I was talking about the pen tool, right? And now we're going to talk about how we draw a line. So that could be a line, I think. Every box contains an invisible index line whose root must be determined. I've got to cover all the cells. Only move orthogonally. Don't cross the border. Don't cross myself. Don't pass through any dots. There we go. That's a possible line. Other possible lines don't cross dots, so we could do that line. That would be another possible way of orientating an invisible line. Now, okay, it then says diamonds. Each row, column, and box contains exactly one hidden diamond, which lies at one end. Oh, so let's restore this. Which lies at one end of its index line. And contains its box number. Boxes are numbered 1 to 9 in normal reading order from top left to bottom right. Okay, so this is box 1, box 2, box 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one end of our line in this box would have to contain a 5, I think is what we're being told. So if this was the invisible line, the 5 would be in one of those two cells. And then it says indexing. The digit in position n along an index line, starting at the end with the diamond, indicates the position along the line where the digit n should be placed. E.g., if the first digit is a 3, let's put 3 there, then the third digit will be a 1. Yes, okay. So what this is saying is if this was the diamond, let's have a colour for the diamond. What colour should we have? Blue? Beautiful. So this is the start of the line. So the first cell, the digit in the first cell indexes the 1. The digit in the second cell indexes the 2. So if this was, say, a 7, we would write 2 in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position. The 3 would put a 1 here. If this digit was a 9, oh no, hang on, that's a black dot, so let's put 6 there. That's saying write 4 into that position, etc., etc. So I think that's actually fairly clear. I do actually understand that. And then it says spots. Digits separated by a black spot have a 1 to 2 ratio. So that means one of the digits will be double the other. So if this is 2, this will be either 4 because 4 is double 2, or 1 because 2 is double 1. And digits separated by a green spot have a difference of at least 5. So these are like tiny little German whispers lines. So if this digit is a 1, this has to be either 6, 7, 8 or 9 in order to be at least 5 different from 1. And they are all of the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play Let's Get Cracking. So, I mean, let's deal with the very obvious first point, which might not matter. But we can never write 5 on one of these green spots. In fact, we can never write 5 on a black spot either. The reason you can't put 5 on a green spot is that the next digit would have to be 5 different from 5. And if we go up, we're going to get to 10 and higher. They aren't Sudoku numbers. And if we go down, we get to 0 and lower, and they are also not Sudoku numbers. So, and we can't put 5 on black dots because this digit would then have to be either 2.5 or 10. But actually, we don't seem to know very much at all about. There just aren't enough dots, I don't think. Right, let me just quickly go through the rules again. So, I've got to draw the index lines as one, and I can't draw the lines through the dots, can I? And then I've got to decide. I've got to decide which end of the line contains a diamond and write the box number into that. Ah! So, right, so whatever line I draw in box 1, there is a 1 at one end of the line. Whatever line I draw in this box, there is a 2 at the end of the line. I see, so the 1 is always being indexed. In the sense that when I write the 2 into this box in the first position on the line, it's saying write the number 1 into the second position. When I put a 3 in this box, I'm going to be saying write a 1 in this box in the third position along the line, the 1 in the fourth position along the line, the 1 in the fifth position along the line. So that, well, I mean, I can see. Can I actually? What I'm about to say might be absolute nonsense. So, no, it's not nonsense. Right, we're in Quincunxland, aren't we? I think we're in Quincunxland today. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that the lines that we're going to draw lines in each of these boxes that cover the whole box. But because we're moving orthogonally, hang on, how should I show you this? What I'm thinking is, because, let's just draw in some cells here. Now, I'm going to say that the ends of the lines that we are going to have to draw here are always going to be in the quincunx, i.e. this shape. They're always going to be on the 5 of the dice, if you like, the dice 5 positions. And the reason for that is there are 5 of those positions. And any line that we draw, obviously, is going to go from, it's going to change colour each time we move, isn't it? So let's say we did try and start here. What's going to happen is we're going to go to an orange, and then we're going to go back to a blue, and then we're going to go to an orange, and then we're going to go back to a blue, and then we're going to go to an orange, and then we're going to go back to a blue. And now I've run out of blues, but I've got 2 cells left, and I can't go orange, orange. It won't work. So, because there are an odd number of cells, if you like, that we have to cover, we're always going to have to start in a quincunx position in all of these boxes. Now, okay, so let's think about that in the context of this box. This box, we're starting the line in one of those positions with a 2. So, if you like, the even numbered positions in this box are going to be the positions off the quincunx, aren't they? So the 1 in this box is in one of those cells, I think. So the 2 we know, because it starts the line, is in one of those. I mean, this is a ludicrous pencil mark, but the 2 must be in one of those squares, and the 1 must be in one of those squares. Let's do an odd numbered box. So the 3, which is the position at the start of the line, must be in one of those positions. But the 1 is also is then in the 3rd position, which is going to be on the quincunx. So the 1 is in one of those. I'm not sure if this will do anything, but is this worth persevering with? Here the 4 must be in the quincunx, and the 1 is going to be in one of those. Now there are some dots in box 4, but the 1 doesn't have to be on the dot, at least I don't think it does. The 1 in box 1 is just going to be in the quincunx. The 1 in box 5 is going to be in the quincunx, because the 5 is going to be in the quincunx. The 1 in box 6, well, the 6 is going to be in the quincunx, and then the 1 is going to be off the quincunx. I'm sorry, I don't think this is doing anything. I'm going to persevere with it. 7s have got to be in those, 1s have got to be in those. The same is going to be true in odd numbered boxes, so we can do exactly the same here. And then in this box, the 8 will be in the quincunx, but the 1 will be off the quincunx. And we get an absolutely dreadful pattern of nonsense, and that's not how to do the puzzle. I'm sorry. I was trying to come up with something clever. Let me go back to the rules, because I don't know what to do. Okay, in every line I've got to draw, every box I've got to draw a 9-cell line. I've understood that. Oh, the lines don't pass through the dot. Okay, so we can start to draw some lines. That's probably a 1 in box 1, that cell there, because we're told we're not allowed to draw through the dots. So this is an end of a line. So it's either the 9th position on the line or the 1st position. If it's the 1st position, it's got a 1 in it. Indexing itself, I would add. But if that's the 9th position, we don't really, I suppose it's on a dot. Oh, I don't know. That one's got to extend out there. Here's something. Right, look at box 4. In box 4, remember what we said about how we're going to be drawing these lines. This and this are not starting positions, because we couldn't draw the line. So therefore, these are conduits, if you like. We've the line has to go through this cell and continue, and this cell and continue, because it can't go through the dots. Right, so remember in this box there is a 4 somewhere that's at this one end of the line. Well, that's not there then. Golly gosh, actually this isn't very easy at all, is it? Oh, that can't be a 5 because it's on a black dot. 5 can never go on a black dot. That cell's got to be one end of a line. Okay. In box 6, I do know where the lines... Yes, I can draw the line in box 6 entirely. Because this has got to be an end, because I can't go through the dot. And that's got to be an end, because I can't go through the dot. So these are the ends of the line. So every other cell has to be visited, but cannot be an end. So that must be a corner. That must be a corner. Whoopsie. We've just got to draw a sort of a 2 shape in the line. And the 6 is at one end of the line. So, and the 6 is going to index a 1 into the 6th position. So if this was a 6, this would be a 1. Oh, that's beautiful, actually. That works perfectly. Oh, I've got it. Right. This is 6, 1. Because the alternative would be that this is the start of the line, this is a 6, and then that would be a 1 in the 6th position. But 1 and 6 are not in a 1-to-2 ratio. One digit is not double the other. So that's not right. So we can get rid of all that. This is 6, this is 1, this is not 1. These are, whoopsie, those are not 1. If that's 4, I don't think that... if that's 4, then the line, because it would be the start of the line, I should put 1 there, and I can't, so that's not 4. If that's 4, it could work if the line goes that way. If that's 4, yeah, it could go like that, couldn't it? Oh no, 4 and 1 wouldn't be in the right positions across the black dot though. Yeah, but it could spiral around like that actually, and just be a spiral in another direction. Okay, we can't do that. Right, so anyway, in box 6, this is what's it called? The diamond. So we're going to label this purple. That's rather pretty. And okay, and each row, yeah, okay, each row, column and box has 1 diamond. So this is the diamond cell in this box. So actually maybe what we could do, I don't know if this is necessary, but all of these cells now have all got to be not diamonds, haven't they? So this cell can't be a 5, because we know that the 5 that we're looking for in here is the start. It's the diamond, and we can't have 2 diamonds in a row. So these can't be 3s. These can't be 9s or 1s. Actually, these can't be 1s either. There's got to be a 4 on this dot. Because the black dot digits in Sudoku, the ones that are capable of being on a black dot, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Now, if you want to put 3 on a black dot, you've got to partner it up with 6, and 6 has disappeared. So this doesn't have 3 on it, so it's only even digits. And so it's either a 2, 4, or it's a 4, 8. So, yeah, okay, but 4 in box 4 is in row 5 and 6 as well, apparently. So where's 4 in row 4? It's not here, it's not here, so it's in one of those cells. Actually, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so, okay, this is in position 9. So, oh, see, that could be a 4 indexing itself, because that's the 4th position. And if that's a 4, you're saying that 9... Oh, no, that doesn't... Sorry. Yeah, this is the 4th position on this line. So if that's a 4, that's indexing the 9. I'd have to put 9 there. I can't do that. Oh, it's raining. We've had such beautiful weather recently. So 2 or 8 is now indexing the 9. So the 9 is in one of 2 places. This is nice. That's looking there, so that's not 9. So 9, which is the special cell in this box, is in one of those squares. So these squares are now green. These squares are green. Now, where is the special cell in box 3? It's there. That's the only place it can go because we know it's on the quincunx. So this is a 3, not a 1. These are not 3. These squares are all now green. This is not a 2. This is not a 1. Oh, okay. That might have just stopped. That one is not a 4 anymore by Sudoku. So 4 is in one of those 2. Now, yeah. 4 is the special, is the diamond, isn't it? So we can just do this. This. This is now the only possible diamond position in box 5. So there is as so often in variant Sudoku, there's a 5 in the middle of the grid. These squares all get limed. Now so that's the start of a line. Right, look, this is huge in this box, I think. Well, it might not be, actually. But the line, this is clearly an end, and this is the other end. So this is a corner. So so we can draw this line in. And now that's going to give us the 1, because the 1 must be in the 5th position, which I've now established. I love this. This has got to be here. This is now... Oh, that's huge, if that's right. Because that's on a black dot. Why have I got the 1 here? That's because... Yeah, that's because of the quincunx. That an even position has to be in the gaps. Yeah, I think that's right. So this is a 1. This is now not a 1. Does that mean that has to be the 4? No, maybe not actually. I was just thinking if that was the 4 and it went up, that would still be in the 4th position. That's a bit weird. But okay, but this is a 2 now, isn't it? Because it's on the black dot and we need a digit that's double 1 because we can't put 0.5 in here. Now this is on a green dot, so this is a high digit, which is at least 7 now. Now, what does that mean? I don't know is the short answer. So this cell either way round is the 4th position. So this is not the 9th position, is it? So that's got to be a corner. We've got to do that. And one of these is the start of this line. Right, so if this was the 4, this would be the second position on the line. So that would be indexing the 2, which is here, but that could be a 9. And the line could do a little wiggle and sort of rinky-dink round in a spiral, and it would work. Or it could, or that could be a 7, and it would go like that. Okay. So, what do we do with that knowledge? I don't know. I can take ones look out of a few places, though. So this is not a 2. Because if that's a 2, it's the start of the line in box 2, and that should be a 1, which it can't be. So, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I suspect. So if this is a 2, then that's a 1. If this is a 2, either way could be a 1, and if that's a 2, either way could be a 1. Okay, but this is the end of the line, isn't it? Definitely in box 2. So this cell is indexing the 9, but we don't know anything about 9s. Oh, we know a little bit about 9s there. Actually, I don't know anything about 9 in this box, but I do know a little bit about 9s here and here. Okay, in this box, then the 1, which is here, here, or here, is the end of the line. So this is a conduit. That's not an end. This cell's not an end, is it? So it's got to do that. Bobbins. I don't know if I can go any further as Maverick flies over again. No, not sure. Sorry if it's obvious, but I don't see how to do that. Okay, so maybe we look at this, do we? Right, let me just get my head in the game around this line. So this is indexing the 9. This is indexing... that's indexing the 2, and at least I have some knowledge of 2s. Yeah, this cell here is a black dot digit that's not 1, 2, or 4, or 3 actually, because 3 would put 6 above it. So this is high, it's 6 or 8. So this is 3 or 4. Indexing a 9 into the 3rd or 4th position. Yeah, that's great. I'm actually not sure. I hope that's true. That's the 1st position, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Yeah, so I think we're putting a 9 in one of those. That's not 9, therefore. This is 9. Now that's the 2nd position on this line in box 6, so that's a 2. And on these index lines, they pair up often. They either self-reference, which this 4 is doing, or they sort of act and they index each other. So now 2 is in one of those squares. And that's got to be indexed by this cell, hasn't it? This is the 2nd position. So it's got to be 8, because that's the 6th position along the line. So this is beautiful. So that's 8, that's 4. This is 9. Oh, I mean, this is very, very clever. This has been set. It's sort of startlingly brilliant, actually. Now we've got 3, 6, 7 into those squares. That's definitely not 6. And this is in... Oh, it could be self-referencing. If it's not self-referencing, it's 3. And it's putting a 7 into this position. Okay, I'm not sure. This is not 8 anymore. 9 is definitely in one of those 2 squares. Sorry, this is probably obvious now, and I'm trying to see something and not doing a very good job of it. I'd really like to place more purple digits, frankly. Don't really know what to look at here. Should we try row 5? 3, 6, 7, 9. So this square is 3 or 7. Well, definitely that's 3, 6, 7 or 9. This cell feels like it's the pressured one, because that's in the 5th position. So it's putting 5 into one of those squares, which apparently is no help at all. Okay, that didn't work. And we don't know, do we, which way round this line goes. If that's the 4 and it goes up there, then this would be indexing the 2, which would be here, and would be the 9th cell, so that would be a 9. So that looks quite good, actually, doesn't it? 4 here, 9 here. This would be a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be saying the 6 goes in the 7th position, which would be there. Okay, what's the other way round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be saying this is indexing the 6, but it could just be indexing itself and be a 6. No. Okay, so that doesn't help us. Maybe... Oh, that's a 7 by Sudoku. Sorry, I didn't see that. Oh, well, that's quite good. Okay, so I've lost 7 and 9 from this square. Right. That's huge. Oh, that is huge. This... So Sudoku, as always, of course, I haven't done my Sudoku, but having done my Sudoku, it's really powerful, because now this is a 7, putting 5 here. I don't think that's the powerful bit of it, actually, but 3 in this box. Where does it go? There. 3, 8. So this all got finished. I'm just going to check it works. The 3rd position is self-referential. The 4th position is self-referential. The 5 and the 7 reference each other. The 1 and the 6 reference each other. The 8 is self-referential, and the 2 and the 9. So that this box works, which is a good sign. This is now a 7. Now, what's that position on the line? That is... Oh, it's indexing itself again. Bobbins. But I saw something in this box. If this is the 4, then the line must go straight up, mustn't it? And this should be indexing the 2 into the 3rd position, which is there, or the 6th position, which is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just wrong. So this can't be the 4. which means that it's green because this is therefore the 4. And hopefully we can draw... Yeah. Now the 9th cell is the 2, because this is the 2 is being indexed here. So we now know that this is sort of a little spiral. And hopefully we can do some more now. So these squares are 5 and 8. And these are 3, 6 and 7. And we just have to hope that something will determine these. So this is indexing the 3 into position 5, which is that one. Well, that's wrong. So that must be an 8. That's a 5, indexing itself. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 3, that's 6, that's 7, that's 6, that's 3. The middle 3 rows are all done. We can do diamondage, I think, because there's no diamonds in those cells. So this... Right, so these are not 1s, because 1 is the diamond cell in box 1. These are not 7s. So 1 is in one of those squares, which means that the diamond in this box has got to be the centre of the quincunx. Look, so that's a 7. These are not 7s. All of this, all of this, all of this all get greened. These get greened. That's probably important for some reason. We could... Ooh, dear. Yeah, okay, here's a weird point. So, one thing we talked about earlier was whether you could put 5 on a green dot, and we said no, you couldn't. So every digit on a green dot either has the property of being below or above 5. This can't be below 5. Because if it was below 5, what would it be? And from pencil marking, it's not 1, 3, it's not 2. So it would have to be 4. And 4 on a green dot is only, it would have to be next to 9, which it can't be. So this digit is high. Which means it's 6, 8 or 9. And therefore this digit is low, and it's 1, 3 or 4. And do we know... We know that this is the end of the line. Oh, so that's useless. I'm so sorry. No. Okay. I don't think I can do anything with that. Ah, hang on. That must be a line segment we can draw. This cell can't be 8, because we know the 8's a diamond cell, don't we? And this one can't be. Oh dear. 7 is in one of those cells by Sudoku. It's a really clever puzzle, this, because like now I don't really know where to look. Oh, yes I do. I've got something. I was about to say I don't know where to look, but I have spotted that 9, 7 and 8 are looking at this green dot. Now, across the green dot, one digit's going to be higher than 5, one digit's going to be lower than 5. So the higher than 5 digit now, which can't now be 7, 8 or 9, must be 6. And 6 is monogamous across a green dot. It only partners up with 1. And we know, therefore, that neither of these can be the 1. And this must be the 1 in box 9. Now... So this is in the 9th position. This is not a 1. So one of these is the 1. This is so... Oh, okay, alright. There is something. Where is the 1 now? In box 2 is the question we should ask. That's beautiful. Good grief. So that's a 1. That's got to be in the 2nd position. So that can't be the 2 now. It couldn't reach. So one of these is the diamond in box thingy. These are now green. One of those has got to be the diamond in box 8. So these are not 8. And this... So this is a corner. That's got to be a corner of the shape. So... yeah, this is so brilliant. It's so brilliantly set. That can't be the 2. Because if that's the 2, the second cell is that one. And it should be a 1. That's how the rules work. So that's not 2. This is green. That's the diamond, which means it's a 2, which means we are going that way. Now, this is now not a diamond. So that's a diamond, which is a 1 in box 1. I was going to say, does that have to be the end of the line? But it doesn't, does it? So, hang on. So now 1 is in one of these 2 cells in box 7. I don't know what that means. Okay, but can I... Okay, can we... Yes, we can keep building in box 2, can't we? Because the line starts like this, and this is the end of it. So if we went east there, we would have 2 ends of the line. So we must do that. And then we've just got to do that. So that's exactly how the line looks. Now, can we use the indexing to help us? So these 2 are self-referential. But that... Oh, no. So this is in the 4th position, but it could be indexing itself. The 4 is in one of those 2 cells, because it's either in the 3rd position or it's indexing itself. Oh, I see. Hang on. Sorry, this can't be a 4. So the 4 does go there. Across a green dot must be with a 9. So this isn't 9. The 9, of course, is self-referencing. So this 4, 9 are as useless as they can possibly be. Bobbins, right, okay. If that's a high digit, it is 8. Because it sees 6, 7, and 9. Yeah, okay, let's actually pencil mark this square then. Because it's either high, in which case it's 8. Or it's low, in which case it's 2. It can't be 4. Because if it was 4, this would be 9 and it would clash. So that is 2 or 8. And if it's the 9th position, it's saying write the 9 into position 9 here, which couldn't work, or 9 in the 2nd position, which would be... So if... Oh, hang on, I'm losing my marbles here, aren't I? Because if this is 8, it is the start of the line. So it would be indexing the 1. And if this is 8... No, hang on, this doesn't work. If this is 8, that's 2, but that's... Oh no, it's okay. No, sorry, I'm losing my mind. No, I'm not. I'm not losing mine. I know I am. Hang on, I think I am. If that's 8, then that is 2 and is the end of the line, indexing a 9 into the 2nd position. But that can't work. No, I think... Okay, I've now gone completely round the houses. Let's think about this. If this is 8, it's the start of the line here. So this cell here is the end of the line. And it's indexing the 9 into the 2nd position, which must be adjacent to this 8, and couldn't be by Sudoku. So that cannot be right. this has got to be 8. But I'm not actually sure. Well, it is helpful. It is helpful because now it's going to place 9 here because we must have diamonds in different rows. So we've got all our diamonds, but well, no, this must be useful. This must be, oh no, maybe not. This is a corner because we know this cell is the end of the line in box 9. I think there's 2 ways it could work. Hopefully the 6 will tell us which way round it goes. So if, oh no, it doesn't. If we go this way, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is in position 6. If it goes this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's saying write 4 here, which it could be. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay. All right, but let's look at the gaps here. What have we got? We've got 2. What have we got? 2, 2, 4, 5. Ooh, okay. Now, so this could be self-referential, couldn't it? If we go that way, this is indexing the 8 into position 2. 4 wouldn't work. 5 would. Oh, 5 wouldn't work. So actually, if we do go that way, this is a 2, I think, and that's an 8. But if we go this way, I think then this can just be a self-referencing 2. Very annoyingly. Okay, so we can't, I don't think I can determine this. Let's come back to this 8 then and see if we can do better with this one. So, I have a feeling I should know now. So I know one of these is in the 8th position. I don't know how to think about that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry. I feel like I'm being a bit dense there. Oh, I see. Okay. This square there's actually this is a 2-4 pair by Sudoku, and but that could be self-referencing. No, right. Here you go. Here you go. If this is a 4, because it's in the 2nd position on its line, it's indexing the 2, which should be here. Therefore, in an odd position on the quincunx, it's the wrong parity. If that's a 4, the 2 needs to be in one of those positions. And it couldn't be, because it would be here. So that's got to be 2, that's got to be 4. And that's not great, because, although it does get rid of that one. Right, that gets me a 4 here by Sudoku. 4 is in one of those 2 squares by Sudoku. Can that be 4? 4 would be in the 2nd position. Oh, it's nearly difficult, actually. That is nearly difficult. How does that work? That's impossible. If this is a 4, it's saying write 2 into one of these positions on the quincunx, isn't it? Well, that one can't be by this 2. That one can't be. And that would be a 4. So this would have to be the 2. And the line would have to do this. But there's no way to fill this box with line now. We can't go up because we'll strand these cells. We can't go down because we'll strand those cells. So I think we do actually know that that's a 4 in box 1. Which means there's a 4 in one of those 2 squares in box 7. Now, what does that mean? I hear you ask. I don't know. Can we continue down here? If we do, what does that mean? This would be indexing a 3 into this position, which looks fine. Okay. And if we go that way, this would be the final position. So it'd be indexing a 9 into position 4, which is impossible, I think. Because this is position 3. So the only 9 we could have in position 4 would be there. But then this can't be the end of the line. The line, again, we've got the same problem we have here where we sort of cut the box in half. So we have to go down because this can't be the end of the line. So then we go there, and that position's the 1, because the 1 is meant to be in the 8th position, not the 4th position. So this is now a 3. And this is the 8th position, so it's a corner. So we can't go straight up into it. We'll hit it too quickly. Oh no, it's still ambiguous. I don't believe it. Because it could be that way or that way. And it would be, either way it's in the 8th position. Oh well, look, but that must be good. That must do something, mustn't it? What about those squares, perhaps? They are a 5-6 pair by Sudoku. So these squares are 3 has to be there. This has to be a 7-8 pair. And, oh, that's self-referencing. No, these both index. They are positions 5 and 6, indexing either way. It works either way round. Okay, hang on. Let's look. Well, I must now know this digit though. That's a 6. Okay, so can that be? So, that could be a self. Could it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No. It could be. Oh no, but it would work. I don't know. I don't think I know. These squares are 5, 7, and 9. This is definitely the 5th position. That's not 7, actually. So is that one under pressure? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in the 6th position. Yeah. Yes. This cannot be 5. If this is 5, it's saying write 6 there, which is wrong. So that's got to be 9. So this 6 is the 9th position on the line, and now I know how the line goes. It's really clever, isn't it? It really is. Okay, now what's that doing? So this could be... Oh, these are going to be... They're ambiguous. Don't know. They could be both self-referencing or indexing each other. Okay. Oh no, 6 is in one of those. 1 is here though. That's 1. That's 6. 6 is in one of these. 1 is here. That's going to be good, isn't it? Possibly. Yes, lovely. Right. This 3 is indexing a 1 in the 3rd position. So we're either doing this or we're doing that. But if we did that, what would that mean? Now the 2 should be here in the 4th position, which it cannot be. So we must instead be doing that. And we have to do a spiral. And that's going to be huge, isn't it? Because now we can just do some counting. What's this? That's the 8th position. So 8 is in the position 2 or position 5. Don't. No. Okay, but 8 now in the top row has to be in one of those. And we have got, look, so we do know actually 8's there on this dotty thing. So 8's in one of these 2 cells in box 7. And I've almost drawn all my lines, but I haven't managed to do all of them yet. What about 9 is in one of two places on this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So this square is 5 or 6. Of course, both of those are possible apparently. Where is 6? 6 is in one of those two squares. If that's 6, that's in the second position. That's saying, right, 2 in here. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, maybe we have to look. Okay, let's have a look at this column. 5 and 9 to place. And we're not going to get much help at all from box 1 because the 1 indexes itself. At least in this box, the 7 indexes the 1 into the 7th position. So we're not doing anything like that, are we? We've got to be sort of, no, we've got something like that would work. So a spiral like that. Can we go down into the, no, if we go down into the 6, we're going to do that. Oh, so we never go down into the 6. That's impossible. It's because the 1 would not be in the 7th position. So if we go, it must be the same. If you go up, you can't do it, can you? Oh no, you can. You could do that. That's exactly what we were looking at before. 3, 4, 5, 8. 3, 4, 8. So the position of the 2, I don't know. I think I'm clutching at straws here, to be honest. I suspect Sudoku is going to be more of my friend than I expect in this position. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at row 8. I've got 3, 4, 5, and 8 to place. So this square is 5 or 8. So I might be able to do something over here with that. This square is 3, 4, or 8. This square is 3 or 5. And that square is 3, 4, or 8. Okay, so let's look at this digit then. Now, do we know? So this could be indexing a 2 into this position, which is okay, or that position, which is okay. I don't believe it. Okay, what about the other way then? This would be indexing an 8, which could be itself. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm really stuck now. Not sure where to look. 2, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't like the look. Well, I should check it, I suppose. 2, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Self-referencing again. There's a lot that keep bumping into that problem. If I go there, how do I make that the 7th position? You can't. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? I can't go down. I'd have to go up, and then by the time I get there, it's the final cell. Right, so this 7 either goes up into a 5 or a 9 for its second position. So where's the 2 in this box? Maybe that's the question I should have asked. And the answer is, I don't think I know. Seems to be in one of 3 places. But oh yeah, and they would be odd. That would work, wouldn't it? So if I go up, yeah, I should be seeing an odd digit. So if I go that way, this has to be 3. That's interesting. Then this would be 5. It would be indexing that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, but it's really complicated to see that. Golly gosh, right. Let me look at this. I've seen it a different way. Yeah. It's beautiful. Right. Okay. So I can now definitely disprove that this goes this way. The way I did it first time is complicated. I noted that the 2 on the quincunx is in an odd position, which implies that this should be an odd number, and the only odd number is 3. And then you can see that, okay, I can't dip down because then I'm going to hit the 1 in the 5th position. So I'd have to go up like this and over. And if this is 3, this is 5, and it's in the 6th position. And that would imply that I should put a 6 here, which I can't do because of this 6. So it fails. But there's a different way of looking at this. If I do go this way, because I can't dip down, because the 1 would be in the wrong position, I must go up, I hit a 4 quite quickly, either in position 2 or position 3. And that means this cell, which is the 4th cell, should be a 2 or a 3, and it's not. It's a 5 or a 9. So I definitely do not go west. We must not go west. We must go north. And now... Well, now I can't go that way or I hit the 1 too early. So I am doing a spiral. Whoa! I'm doing this spiral. But that's got to be helpful, hasn't it? So 2 is not there because that's the 3rd position now. This cell is indexing the 8 into position 3, which it can't be, so it must be a 5. 1, 2, and that's an 8 in the corner then. Good. Oh, somehow that does nothing in the bottom row. This digit is a 2 or a 7. This is a 9 now, and that's the 2nd position, so that's indexing the 2. So these are a 3-4 pair now in box 7, and could be indexing each other or themselves. But now these 2 squares have got to be a 2-9 pair. So that could be a 2 indexing itself, or a 9 putting a 2 here, so that would be the final cell. And that, again, that works, I think. But this digit's a 5 now. So that's 5, that's 6. This is in the 8th position on this one. So it should share a home with this one. Those 2 index each other. Now, does that help us? Yes. Because 8 is now here in box 3. And that should be indexed by this position, which is now 5. So that's a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 2. That's probably not the way round we wanted that. That's a 2. And that's a 7. And those 2 index each other. Okay, but this is still good. That's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 5. That's a 2. This is an 8. This column needs a 5. So this is, we've got a 3-4 deadly pattern here, which is going to have to be resolved by these funny thingies. And what have we got there? 3, 6, 7. So 3 goes here. 6 goes here. 7 goes here. And I just want to see whether we can build... Can we build the line in box 1 then? How does it work? So this could be then, if we go 1, 2, and then we turn... Yeah, we don't turn. Because the 3 wouldn't be in the 4th position. It would be, it's in the wrong parity position. So we must go down to the 9 which means that the 3 is now in the final position. So we now must go up, 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 and we get a sort of, whatever that shape is, a rotated S. Now let's check. 1, 2, 3, 5 and 4 index each other. 8 indexes 6, 7 indexes itself, and 3 indexes 9. And okay, so box 1 works. We're on good track, I think. And we've just got to figure out how this box works, or this box. Which, oh, well, we never got the ordering here, did we? So this is going to be the trick. We have to do box 9's order in order to disambiguate the 3, 4. This is brilliant. It's quite brilliant. So, the 1 we know is in the final position. So if the 7, yeah, we can't go west again, because then this 7 is saying write 3 into the 7th position, and it wouldn't be correct, would it? So we must go up, and then it finishes like that. So it's a spiral. And now this, yeah, we should be writing 3 into the 5th position. So 3, 4, 4, 3, done. Yes, fabulous. That is seriously brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It wasn't easy, actually. I loved the idea of the quincunx. That was stellar. But I couldn't really see how to use it very well for a while. But once we got started, I like the fact that I was never sort of stuck for 20 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes, and that's perfect. That's perfect. It just makes you think hard enough without being frustrating. It's a beautiful puzzle. Really, the two of you, take a bow. Absolutely loved it. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.